In Greek mythology, Pandora was the first woman ever created, and she was fashioned by Hephaestus according to Zeus's instructions. Every god was said to have given her unique gifts, and her other name, Anisidora, meant, she who sends up gifts. However, Pandora's story is most well known for the way in which it attempts to explain the existence of evil in the world. In the myth, Pandora unknowingly opens a jar and releases all the evils that now afflict humanity. This event gave Pandora a negative reputation that persisted for centuries, shaping the beliefs of both Jewish and Christian theologians. Despite her bleak portrayal, Pandora continued to serve as a muse for many artists throughout the Renaissance and beyond. Poets, dramatists, painters, and sculptors all found inspiration in her story, and her image became a popular subject in the arts. Despite the darkness of her myth, Pandora's legacy continues to fascinate and inspire to this day. The Pandora myth tells the story of the first woman ever created by Hephaestus on Zeus's command, who wanted to punish humans for receiving the stolen gift of fire from Prometheus. This woman was named Pandora, and she was dressed in a beautiful silvery gown. When she first appeared before the gods and mortals, everyone was struck by her beauty and charm. However, Pandora was not as innocent as she appeared. She was sheer guile, not to be withstood by men. Hesiod, the author of Works and Days, laments the fact that even men who try to avoid the evils of women by avoiding marriage won't fare any better, as evil often contends with good. He believes that despite a man's efforts to find a good wife, the world will forever be plagued by suffering because of Pandora's jar, later mistranslated as a box. Pandora's jar contained all manner of evils, including toil, illness, and death. These evils were unleashed upon the world when Pandora opened the jar, and they have plagued humanity ever since. Despite this, some scholars believe that there is a glimmer of hope in the story of Pandora. They argue that the myth is not simply a cautionary tale about the dangers of women or a warning about the evils of the world. Instead, it is a story about the importance of hope, even in the face of despair. The story of Pandora, the first human woman in Greek mythology, was full of interesting details. Created by Hephaestus and several other gods, she was named Pandora, meaning all-gifted. All gods gifted her with something, even though they also gifted her with a plague that she brought in a jar upon her creation. Pandora's deceitful nature, gifted by Hermes, was not the only misery she brought upon humanity. Her release of the contents of her jar caused the earth and the sea to be full of evils. Although hope was left behind, there seemed to be no escaping the will of Zeus. It was Prometheus's theft of fire and giving it to mortal man that brought an end to the golden age of man, and Zeus decided to punish the human race further by creating Pandora. Although some Greek literature did not mention Pandora beyond her creation, mythographers later added minor details to her story. For instance, the Bibliotheca and Hyginus mentioned her marriage to Epimetheus, and she had a daughter named Pyrrha who survived the deluge with Deucalion. Despite the negative consequences associated with her name, Pandora's creation story continued to captivate Greek audiences and inspire artists in later periods.
Do you want to explore more Greek mythology stories? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.